Hello, Tony here. I hope you are well. Today I am going to talk about my experience going through Athens Airport. I was pleasantly surprised with Athens Airport. I don't know why, but for some reason I thought it might be perhaps a little bit rough around the edges, perhaps a little bit slow, but I thought going through it, both arrival and departure, was very smooth indeed. As per usual, we were flying British Airways in Club Europe. The airport itself, as you probably expect, nothing fancy pants, no sort of dedicated wings or anything to be excited about. Just your usual bog standard European check in. They did obviously have a separate line for Executive Club members and Club World travelers, and that obviously wasn't particularly busy, but it's always quite handy to get to the front of the queue nice and quickly ready for the always pleasurable task of traipsing through security and finding the lounge. It's worth actually mentioning when we went through Athens Airport that the security did have a fast track lane, which you have access to if you're flying Club World or indeed higher echelons of the executive club. However, it did not really do much good because there was everyone was just piling into the fast lane, and there were like I don't know 7 or 8 other lanes that were all empty. So make sure you check the queues before heading to the fast lane because it may be quicker to go through the slow lane. Bizarrely enough. From what I saw, the airport looked pretty modern and had lots of nice shops and eateries and all that stuff. But we headed straight to the lounges around the A gate. Now, the lounges, this kind of threw me off a little bit. I had painstakingly researched the lounges at Athens Airport. Well, in fact, I just quickly glanced through the One World Alliance website. There are four lounges at the airport, and we were the Swissport Lounge we were told to go to, even though it's Qatar Airways and Royal Jordanian. So I had no idea why we got that one. The BA one, as you can see here, is supposed to be the SkyServe Business Lounge. So who knows? But we nonetheless got access to the Swissport Lounge, which again I thought they just did baggage handling and stuff, so shows my ignorance. So let's see what it's like actually in the lounge. First and foremost is this is a funky lounge. This isn't just your average airport lounge. This is borderline. It could even be a nightclub. The way it is designed, lots of interesting deep colors, lots of deep purple, some brass and chrome, and reflections everywhere. It actually could more likely to be a nightclub than a business class airport lounge. So hats off to the designers. I thought it was pretty striking. Obviously, some people may find it a bit in your face, a bit gaudy, a bit too over the top, but hey, it's a lot different to most of the ones I've been in, so I'm going to give them credit for doing something different and new and bold. This is the main food hub, the food station in the airport lounge. It's got a good selection of hot and cold food. The spread was nice cooked meats, cheese, and that kind of stuff. There was snacks too, some granola bars and other savory things. You could also go for some food, some hot food. They had some hot dishes there. Interesting stuff like carrot puree and some quite rustic fare that I've not actually seen in many airport lounges at all. So if you are feeling a little bit brave and want to go for something a bit different, then definitely try that. There's the usual stuff, a coffee machine and tea, and a decent enough selection of drinks, a couple of beers, wine by the bottle, and water. So, pretty much all you really need in a lounge. Although one bugbear that I am starting to see a little bit more often in lounges is people wasting lots of food. Yeah, I know it's a buffet and some of it probably gets thrown away, but piling all stuff onto different plates and just nibbling a little bit and then leaving it all is a waste of food. And ever since I was a small child, it was drummed into me, don't waste food. So don't waste food. The lounge is small but spacious, if that's not a total contradiction. In terms of actual size, it doesn't feel that big, but the way they've designed it with the furniture layout and some of the architecture makes it feel like a more intimate space than it is, but with enough distance between you and other people that you don't feel they're encroaching on your personal space. The rest of the lounge is pretty much what you'd expect. There isn't the greatest views. The rear, there's a couple of window sections where you can look out onto the runway, or a bit of the runway, or a bit of the tarmac, really. And the tower, that's okay. But if you want a little bit of brightness, that's probably the best spot. There's not much else to say, really. The toilets were absolutely spotless, some of the nicest I've seen. Now, I have no idea how this would compare to the SkyServe Business Lounge. If anyone has been through there, please do let me know. But hats off to Swissport. This was a good lounge. I'm sorry for assuming you just did boring logistics stuff because you put on a bloody good spread when it comes to lounges. So if you are heading through Athens Airport and be a gold member or silver, perhaps you can ask when you get to the desk which lounges you are able to access. But I can definitely recommend this one. I really like the design. It may not be to everyone's taste, but I found it pretty innovative, pretty different, pretty fresh. So well done, Swissport. Thanks very much. And as always, everyone, thanks for tuning in. If you can like or subscribe, that would be always appreciated. So until next time, see ya.